my friends, and welcome to another episode of Rural Contractors. I'm your host, Paul Osmundson, and today's topic is, are you worth it? Talking with a customer today, and we were really struggling with this idea of raising our rates to a higher price. He had a few jobs on his books that the people just said, whatever it takes, get it done. And he had worked for them a year ago at a set rate. And we're talking a 1-2 hour job, not a big deal. He very well undercharged. He undercharged them for the value that he was doing. So we're really going to talk about this identity of not valuing yourself. And this is a process that I work through in my business of going, hey, I can't take those people's money. I can't go out. Like, I wouldn't pay somebody that much money to have me do that because I'm a capable person of doing that for myself. So you're cheap. That's what you are. You're cheap and you're wanting to do everything yourself because you don't value your time. And if you don't value your time, you're not charging what your time is worth. In this case, the customer is going, whatever it takes, get it done. My barn, like there's some rotten rafters, it needs to be fixed. Whatever it takes, do it. And this person is saying, hey, I worked for them for this amount last year. But we're looking at this person's finances and we're going, hey, are you making money? Are you where you want to be? If not, why are you hiring me? Because you already got this all figured out. So we don't have this figured out, and we have to work through this idea of making the amount of money, of charging the amount of money. So his biggest fear was going, hey, if I come to this person with this bill and I charge X instead of the amount that I previous charged, they're going to have a problem with that. And I said, are they? Because if they get that bill and they're like, oh, he fixed my whole barn roof for $2,000, yes, that is worth it to me because the homeowner itself does not have the skills or the body to go out and to climb a ladder and to redo all these rafters. They don't have the skill or the know-how to do it. So is it worth it to do it for $2,000 instead of $300? Yes, and they will be glad to pay it. But we get inside our heads and we don't allow ourselves to go. We try to blame it on the customer. The customer's not going to want to pay that. Well, then they're not the customer for you. You want to value yourself in such a way. And this is why I really encourage bidding, because let's just say $60 per hour. If you're going to just do it at time and material, okay, we're $60 per hour. But that homeowner knows this is your hourly rate, $60 per hour. Okay, they have an expectation. They can ask, how long do you think it'll take? Well, it'll either take 2 or 3 days. Well, that's a big difference in there. But when we bid, a lot of people I would say this is very split. Some people want to do time and material and just a set hour, but set your hour of your value that you're worth. But when you're bidding, you should become more efficient so that your hourly rate is actually increasing. You're getting to be $65 an hour, $75 an hour. When I was building sheds, a lot of times I was making over $100 per hour on my time. We have team members structured into that. So we're making money there. We got materials figured into this. But there's also times when I make less. But my goal was never to make less than I could make hourly. So when I started building these projects and getting efficient on our timing and going through this, we're making money. Why would I want to go back down to working for $35 an hour? I don't. If I'm making $100 an hour plus on my time because we're efficient and we have good tools and we've invested in that to make that, why would we want to go down? So this client talking about going through this mindset, it's a process to knowing that you're worth it. You are worth it. Are you worth $60 an hour? Yes, you are worth more than $60 an hour. So how did we come up with that number? This person wanted to make 60 grand a year. Well, and they only wanted to work 40 hours a week. So we took 30 times 40 hours times 52 weeks. So that was no vacation days to make 60 grand. But this person was also only charging $35 an hour. So that only allowed their business to make $5 per hour. But the business needs to pay for the vehicle, for the tools, for the insurance, for the fuel. There's just a list of things. Can your business live on $5 an hour? No. So this guy is going to start paying himself $30 an hour and his business is going to make 30. But his business has got expenses off of that. So this is so important to take your business to the next level of realizing, are you worth it? Yes, you are worth it. You are worth more than $60 an hour. This client had this idea of going, the homeowner is not going to be willing to pay that. I'm on the other side of it saying, hey, he said whatever it takes. I'm not saying rake somebody over the coals, but if they're going to go hire a legit business to come fix their barn roof, it's worth more than $900. It's worth, what is that project worth? Look at the overall what you're doing. Bid these projects ahead of time. And that's where we were getting to of knowing. You need to know in your head that, hey, if I do this job, I'm going to do it for X amount of dollars. Worst case scenario, it's going to take me X amount of hours, and this is going to be my take home. If I do it in anything less than that, it increases my income. But what that does on the customer side, it allows them to go, this is exactly what it's going to cost for me to fix my barn roof. Is that worth it? Whether it's $2,000 or $10,000, you have to know your worth. You set your prices. Your customer doesn't get to bargain on it. When you go to Amazon and you want to buy something, you can't go, hey, that's only worth $50 for this. I'm not paying. No, you just don't get to put in your information and you don't get the option to buy it. Same thing with your work. You set your prices. Set your prices, own your prices, and when people question, oh, that's a lot. Why is it a lot? Because I'm worth it. You are worth making a living. Are you currently paying your bills? How much money is in your bank account? The average American cannot sustain an extra $400 bill at the end of the month. Can I put that on a credit card? That's not who I want to be. I want to be able to write a check, pay my bills on time. There was a time when I couldn't. It's a good thing this isn't due for another 30 days. You know why this whole problem was? Because I didn't know my worth. I didn't know what I was worth. We have this fear of judgment of what will other people think. But what we really need to go is, what do you think about you? Are you willing to take it to the next level? Are you worth $60 an hour? Are you worth $70 an hour? And you have to be able to say that with confidence. Yes, I'm worth $70 an hour. Yes, this is my price to build this shed. This is the cost to side this house. Take it or leave it. And we can flip over to the marketing side, creating enough desire for people who do see your worth and what you're worth and want you to do their work, so you can be picky. You can be like, no, I'm not doing that. This is my price. You set your prices. You know your worth. But we really have to reverse engineer this. With this client, we said, hey, what do you want to make personally this year? And we have to reverse engineer that back down to a month, a year, a month, an hour. How many hours do you want to work? Okay, how much do you have to charge to get that? How much does your business need to make over and beyond what you're paying yourself? Okay, now we can get somewhere. We have somewhere to go. You know what you're worth. This person needs to sit down and really have that idea of, yes, I am worth it, and owning it. And it's a process. But that's exactly what we're here in Contractor Boardroom, to help you work through the personal things that you can't get through in your mind. But look at your bank account. Are you where you want to be? In your relationships, are you where you want to be? Money doesn't solve everything, but it solves a lot of problems. If you have a broke down vehicle, your money, you can pay somebody to fix that, but you have to have the money in your account. Yeah, these days you don't even have to have the money in your account. You can swipe a card, but eventually it catches up with you. So how do we make more money so that we pay for those things? We eliminate stresses that money can take care of. And how are we going to do that? We're going to do that by making more money with what we're good at. Hey, I'm good at construction. This is what I'm going to do. And I'm going to do it efficiently. I'm going to do it fast. And we're going to get this project done. I read a book, Millionaire Success Habits. Awesome books. One of the first financial books I listened to. And it has this story of seven levels deep of, why are you listening to this book? I'm listening to this book because I want to make more money. Why do you want to make more money? I want to have more time with my family and my kids. At this time, what am I doing? I'm working at my truck. I'm working on it because I need it on Monday to be able to drive. And I don't know what I was working on. Probably a gas tank, something, whatever. It was an old truck that I had since high school. Anyways, I was working on my own truck because I needed it. Why did I want to be out there at midnight having to fix this so I could go to work the next day? No. I wanted to be at home. So I'm telling myself, I want to be at home. I don't want to do this. Well, why am I fixing my truck? To save money. Is it money that I actually want? No, but I need the money that I have for other things, so I'm fixing my truck. How can I make more money doing what I'm good at, doing what I'm really good at, so that I can pay other people to do what they're really good at and fix my truck? Okay, that's what I'm going to do. It clicked in my head of, I'm going to become a specialist at what I do, and I'm going to make more money, and I'm going to pay people to do those problems that I don't want. So I value their time. If somebody says, hey, yeah, I'm going to work on your car, it's $50 an hour. Deal. Fine. You're going to do it in half the time that I do. And what is my time worth? Well, if I'm bidding my projects and I'm making $100 an hour plus, why would I fiddle around in the shop and do this? Unless I really want to, when I have 100 other things going on. Okay, so I'm going to go out. I know my worth. I've figured out how I'm going to make more money in less time so that I can spend that time with my family, because that's what I want. And owning your own business allows you the control, the flexibility to do what you want. That's why we all went into business for ourselves. Flexibility, control. So that we don't have to ask somebody, hey, can I have this time off? Well, we have to create a good structure in this so that we can hire employees and they like their jobs and they don't want to go work somewhere else. Getting back to the point, wrapping this up, do you know your worth? Are you worth what you're charging? You're probably worth more. I hope this episode was valuable, and we'll catch you on the next one.